Yes.
Because we found some out. I got to introduce you. You know, we coined the term fool's sip. And it changed the way people look at culture. The fool's sip, of course, it's when somebody does something real awkward. It's when somebody gets caught being cringe. It's when somebody slips up on a show and they're fucking live. They're being filmed. So they either say something stupid, they bomb, something bad, something awkward happens to them, and they quickly do this. And it's the guiltiest sip you've ever seen. We've all noticed this in life. We've noticed people do it. And finally, somebody put a name to this. That was me, fool's sip. Well, we found there were other fool sips. Like we've seen fool sips where the glass is completely empty, remember? We've seen a variety of fool sips. This one is
the
new.
DFS.
This one I like to call DFS, the delayed fool sip. Brought to you by Kurt Metzger. So we're going to go to 20, and I hope you back this up long enough so we really see it. You know, I don't want to just cut right to that drink. We got to see the bomb, too. So here, Kurt Metzger, who I believe is an F grade stand-up. Remember, he was the main writer for Amy Schumer's sketch show that everyone hated. Remember Slap Chef? It's like, you guys, what do you think? He's cool? When you see Kurt Metzger, you get intimidated by him? Are you less than him? He's not cool. And he's not who you want to be supporting. Here he is, the real Kurt Metzger on Kill Tony. Kill Tony really brings out the truth. And here's the real Kurt Metzger doing what we've declared is the delayed fool sip, a whole new alternative. And we're not letting them put this one past us here. So we had to show everyone. Watch this.
Here. Yeah, I'm like, fuck, shit. Yeah, this is that moment. You had that set, so maybe now you could redeem yourself with some type of...
Yeah, I don't know.
Great.
I was in Aerosol
There's Kurt.
after...
Oh, and this was wild. Everybody should go watch this because 2 minutes of it have been mysteriously edited out.
That's just an accusation, but I did time code a bunch of parts out of this, and they were all like 2 minutes off when I went back.
Look at the lineup here. Ooh, Tony has struck gold. You've got Brian Redband, the best guy on the show.
Love him.
You've got Tony C. Hinchcliffe himself wearing this horrendous white hoodie. I don't know where you would find something like that. Marshall's.
He wore
Diesel.
Because Post Malone was coming. Duh.
Wow. So you thought Post Malone would see this and go, dude, is that Diesel? Sick. We're alike. You tried to put on something that you thought was cool. Where did you get this, Marshall's? Is this Sean John? Did you get this at the outlets? Here is Kurt Metzger. Bombed all night. Here is Joe Rogan. Again, they put the two nuts together,
This
huh?
is a pretty good episode. It was like too hard to show because it was one of those you had to be there kind of things. But if you're into Kill Tony stuff, this was a funny one.
And then you had Post Malone.
Because Tony's really nervous.
Tony's really nervous. Everyone's nervous in front of Post. They really give this guy, a standing ovation everywhere he goes. People are really impressed with him. Even Joe is on his best behavior. You know, what's funny, though, 2 minutes, when we went back to get these time codes, because we watch these and we make rough notes, and then she goes back and tightens the notes up the day before the show. And when she went back, the time code that we had selected was 2 minutes off. Meaning, this is my prediction, here's what I think happened. Post Malone approaches Tony. Hey, dude, I'm so sorry about this because, you're a total sweetheart, and I had so much fun on your show. Could you, delete it? If you can, it's no big deal. It'd be a way better deal, though, if you could, of course, thank you so much. What did you want edited out, Post? And what did Tony blindly rush to the computer to do? What was removed? Let's listen to Kurt Metzger. Watch this. The delayed fool sip I present.
My first tour, and then I did the medevac on my third tour. And then...
Craziest thing you saw over there. Tell us something that would surprise us as civilians.
I don't know.
Craziest bomb that you've ever seen happen to you on stage tonight?
Yeah, this one beats all those ones.
Yeah. Okie dokie, Mike. Well,
Oh my God, the withdrawal from Afghanistan
This is
was
my
less
second
awkward.
time doing stand-up, though, so.
Oh my God, the withdrawal from Afghanistan was less awkward.
Unneeded. If you saw, that's another lead up. He's been bombing all night. Stinkeroos of that level. The only people laughing are the people who like want to support. He's one of the comics, the main comics. We support him. Joke World told us he's one of the mains. But watch what he does after, because he knows this is a bomb. When you bomb the mic down like that, you've bombed. You're making your own bomb sound effect with the tools you have.
The withdrawal from Afghanistan
This
was
is my
less
second
awkward.
time doing stand-up, though, so.
Watch.
it's your second time doing stand-up.
I did stand-up last week.
Ooh, okay. So he bombs, right? And he goes to take the full sip, and then, wait till you see this. Hold on. Let's see if we can zoom in from this level here.
Yes, I think it stays
Watch
like
this.
that.
Okay, good. It stays like this. Watch this. Can you guys get is that a good view?
Yeah.
Okay, watch Kurt. Keep your eye on him.
Doing stand-up.
He bombs.
It's your second time doing stand-up.
Picks up the drink, goes to drink it, realizes he's about to commit full sip, delays. Watch this delay. Watch this delay.
It's your second time
DFS.
doing stand-up.
I did stand-up last week.
How'd it go
in front
last
of a bunch
week?
of comics.
Look,
and
What happened
Delayed.
last week?
Oh, yep, they've forgotten, right? I could drink now. They've forgotten. No. That's a DFS. Delayed fool's sip. It counts harder because now you're being more manipulated with us. Watch the bomb, watch the DFS.
My second time doing stand-up, though, so.
It's your second time doing stand-up.
I did stand-up last week.
How'd it go
in front
last
of a bunch
week?
of comics. And
What happened last week?
Unbelievable.
Same thing.
There it goes.
there was more laughter here, so I was like.
Does anyone remembering your bombing? No? Can you wash it away? Can you wash it down? Because you're so humiliated by what you said. You bombed. Look at this, how this goes down. And this is all I see when I look at these guys, by the way. Don't let them fool you with anything else. They're all psychos.
Last week.
Same thing. You know?
Same thing.
Yeah. There was more laughter here, so I was like.
There was more here? Holy shit. I thought you were doing
When
a
is he
moment
gonna
of
lighten up?
silence to
When will
honor
he
the
allow
truth.
himself to have fun again? That's what we should do. How long after the full sip do they give themselves before they throw them? They get back up there. Let's count. So right after a sip, let's start at stopwatch, okay? Will you get one out? So let's see how long it takes for him to shake it off and get back in there. Let me know when you're ready with that.
Ready.
And then you're going to time it right after his sip.
Okay.
Second time doing stand-up, though, so.
It's your second time doing stand-up.
I did stand-up last week.
How'd it go
in front
last
of a bunch
week?
of comics. And
What happened last week?
Same
Go.
thing. You know?
Same thing.
Yeah. There was more laughter here,
He
so I
took
was
the
like.
sip.
There was more here? Holy
Still
shit.
in it. He's still in
I
hell.
thought you were doing a moment of
He's
silence
ashamed.
to honor the troops
Still
that you worked
ashamed.
with. Fuck it.
Okay, he's going to let himself enjoy himself. How long was that?
12 seconds.
12
That's
seconds. We'll put that in some sort of a spreadsheet here, and we'll see. 12 seconds is good. He's a pro. He's bombed a million times. He knows how to take. Only takes 12 seconds for him to forgive himself.
And Joe is not having it this episode.
Oh, no, he just sat there silent like a stone.
If you're good at this, I don't know if this is that
Sure.
good, but I only kind of remember this. But go to 32 minutes.
32 minutes, and this is a Joe Rogan?
I can't remember if this is good or not. I'm taking a risk
Edit.
here.
Okay.
Good. Bucky's rules, man. Bucky's is the best thing about Texas.
I love it. I love it. What's your love life like? What has more exes, you or the shirt tag? Just some of those bottom jokes, you know what I mean? You piece of shit. What's your love
tread
life?
carefully, dude. Didn't you just get canceled? I'll do it again, motherfucker. I'll get you.
I don't think I can get canceled by Chinese food. Just the people.
What?
Love life is not.
So look at Joe. Joe looks over here. What? And what's with the fucking toothpick, Joe?
Tobacco, toothpick.
Is that what he's doing? What does he need to be champing in a toothpick for during this thing? Why does he act so strange? Is there more? There's more, right?
I think so.
Yeah, let's
I
keep
feel like
watching.
I
Not
remember.
great. Ex-Mormons aren't good boyfriends. Who knew, huh? Meeting the parents isn't very fun. Yeah, shared
Are you
trauma.
gay?
What?
Are you gay?
Here,
Yeah, they
watch.
tell me that.
Okay, so this comic, during his act that they all heard just seconds ago, reveals that he's gay in his act.
whole thing was about
the whole
being
thing
gay.
is about him being gay. The minute of stand-up he did. Tony is questioning him, and it's obvious Tony hasn't been listening because he says this.
Yeah, shared
Are you
trauma.
gay?
What?
Are you gay?
They tell me that, I guess, yeah.
Watch.
Did I miss that?
Do you think he's faking it to get health insurance like that movie?
It was his whole act.
What?
Joe,
I missed
look
it.
at Joe.
I don't know. I'm running the fucking. I'm trying to get the next comedian up
Really,
here.
his whole bit.
I missed the beginning.
That's
yeah.
you are zoned
It
out,
happens.
son.
It
That is
happens.
embarrassing.
I have to do a bunch of.
Oh, you are zoned out, son. Joe had, because this is Joe's club, he can't just sit back there. So now when Tony bombs, Joe has to liven the room up.
And
Let's
getting
walk
told that by Joe, that's like
in front of everyone.
That's like your dad.
Because you were
yelling
like,
at you.
I am Joe Rogan's only friend. He relies on me. He comes to me for advice. And then Joe's there going, hey, Tony, you kind of suck at, this whole thing. Here, watch this. Let's see this go down, because now that I know we could zoom in like this, we can see how this goes down. This was good. Tony got humiliated by Papa Rogan in front of the whole. He thought he was the leader of the. Now he's down there, you see? Watch.
Do you think he's faking it to get health insurance like that movie?
What? I missed
Joe.
it. I don't know. I'm running the fucking. I'm trying to get the next
Joe, grab
comedian.
some
up
mic.
here.
His whole bit.
I missed the beginning.
That's
yeah.
you are zoned
It
out,
happens.
son.
It
That is
happens.
embarrassing.
I have to do a bunch
That's
of shit
embarrassing.
over here. Believe it or not, it's a nightmare.
Imagine Rogan saying this to you in front of all you're trying to be a
Yeah,
hot
it's
shot
so
all night.
beautiful because Tony treats Redbar like this.
Yes,
every
this is how
second,
Tony treats Redban. Redban, rejoice, Redban. We got him.
and now he's being treated that way by his superior.
Look at this.
Doesn't
I want to
feel
see this
so
close up
good,
of Joe do this, because Joe's rather nasty here, as if he's fed up by Tony. As if, they're working. He's seeing him twice a week now, minimum. Tony's up every night at the club. These guys never were with each other every night for 8 hours. Now they're just together. What if Rogan's finally catching on here a little bit? Let's see.
Fucking. I'm trying to get the next comedian up
Really,
here.
his whole bit.
I missed the beginning.
That's
yeah.
you are zoned
It
out,
happens.
son.
It
That is
happens.
embarrassing.
I have to do a bunch
That's
of shit
embarrassing.
over here. Believe it or not, it's a nightmare.
Was your dick?
Oh,
And
God.
here goes the scream.
Oh, God. How is this not gullies? How is that not? Look at this little guy. How did he take down Shane Gillis? He put Shane Gillis in some sort of an MMA leg choke. Oh, yeah. And it's like, you just flip him off you.
That
so
hard?
smart.
You didn't even
Yes.
listen?
Yes. It was so hard that the blood stopped.
Maybe it got hard, and that's why you didn't notice it.
That's true.
Like, what's happening? I'm
This is all
confused.
true.
Wait, you know what? I just want to do this one more time, but with Tony's reaction only.
What? I missed it. I don't know. I'm running the fucking. I'm trying to get the next comedian up
Really,
here.
his whole bit.
I missed the beginning.
That's
yeah.
you are zoned
It
out,
happens.
son.
It
That is
happens.
embarrassing.
I have to do a bunch
That's
of shit
embarrassing.
over here. Believe it or not, it's a nightmare.
Was your dick that hard? You didn't even listen?
Yes. It was so hard that the blood stopped.
Maybe it
This
got
is his
hard, and
worst
that's why you didn't
nightmare.
notice it.
That's true.
We all
what's
saw
happening?
this,
This
Tony.
is huge.
See, the band is happy. They're all feeling a little breath of fresh air finally.
That was a feminine, wifely response to getting yelled.
No. I don't
If
know.
you didn't notice, I'm already working on all
I'm
this
working
other
hard. I
shit.
have all this stuff
That's like
here
what
that I'm
I would
working
say
on.
if you yelled at me.
Yeah. And it doesn't hold up.
Maybe it got hard, and that's why you didn't notice it.
That's true.
Post Malone is dying laughing at
He's
you.
having a blast.
You look down and Post is dying and you're wondering, does everyone think? Because Tony is horrible at what he does. I wish he got called out like this every time.
What's happening? I'm
This is
confused.
all true. This
I
is
have
all
an appeal.
true.
I have an appeal. That's all I'm saying. I know.
Works on me.
Oh, there it was. Very nice episode of Kill Tony to watch. And what was edited out? What did Post demand was edited out because he was going to get in trouble? Was it somebody saying faggot? Something like that? What could it have been? Okay, this was pretty funny. Look at this. Does anybody remember Cast Media? I brought this up. This is some quick
sticking-
drama. Look at this. We're going to let Theo Vaughn handle it. I brought up Cast Media. The most recent time I brought them up was, let's see.
But that's a
We've got 2 years ago here on YouTube, I brought up Cast Media 5 minutes in. Let's see what I said about these guys. These are one of these all-in-one podcast groups. It was great to hear a semi-prediction come true today. Listen to this. Here's me from 2 years ago, at
He's
least.
an old friend. He's back for a limited time, just a limited time. Cast Media, though, is something you should be concerned with because they are the ones who run Fighter and the Kid. They are the ones who run Sarah Silverman's show. Who else? Countless
Here, I'll
others.
go to their website. One second.
Go to their website. We're going to hear. And Cast Media also ran Impulsive. Now, we thought this was just an ad firm. But what Brian Callen let us to know is that Cast Media is a full, all-inclusive production company. Okay, so they're not only the ad men, they do your merch, they do your website, it's a podcast in a box. And you'll be disgusted to know, part of starting a podcast was oh my God, look at this guy started a podcast. He's really involved. Now you just go and you pay Cast Media. They set you up in a day. So you've got Penn's Sunday School on there, The King and the Sting, Impulsive. And by the way, they got to take that off. Look at this.
So they had a problem with Impulsive. This is why I was covering it back then, years ago, because Impulsive had fired Cast Media. Remember when they messed up their audio? Remember that? And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool that they finally fired Cast Media. Then today this pops up again. Theo Vaughn speaks out. We've never seen Theo Vaughn speak out.
Never.
And here he is speaking out on Cast Media. They've run off with the money. Let's take a listen.
Sticking in the legal space, I want to talk about something that has been tough for. I want to talk about something. Our podcast was defrauded. We were stolen from. We were taken advantage of. A lot of ways to say it. The company that did it is Cast Media, and the man that did it is Colin Thompson. And I'm going to put his picture in here.
Look at that.
And
now, like Barack, has Colin spoke out on this? Have we heard a peep from Colin after he's been put on blast like this with everyone?
I'm not sure.
From Cast Media. Have we gotten a response?
I don't know exactly how to say this. I'm going to do my best. We're part of a larger group of podcasts that were stolen from, right?
Oof. His
We were
tweets are
part.
protected.
His tweets have been protected as of today, hopefully. Maybe a couple weeks ago, he saw this coming.
I think
In total,
yeah.
I've just between talking with folks, there's up to $4 million that I know of. That
$4
people
million
were taking
stolen
advantage
by
of.
Cast.
We're in the six figures. I know of podcasts that are in the seven figures. And Colin Thompson, that's his name. I want to say his name so you know it. People get taken advantage of a lot in business, and businesses use tactics and stuff to hide themselves. And they'll use bankruptcy or the threat of this or that, and he may get my money. That's okay. I'm fortunate that I can still have touring and that I can take care of myself. But you fuck with the wrong rat, Colin.
Uh-oh.
I'll tell you that, brother. And I'll just tell you guys what happened. Really we had a deal with this company, right? And it was started off good, and then it started to get where we were getting less of our payments. And we were reading the ads. We do the ads, we read them out loud.
So I love this because who would have thought running these dirty ads would ever end you up in hot water? Who would have thought? These dirty, despicable, disgusting ads that you should have never been fucking running in the first place. You couldn't even get the advertisers yourself. That's how lazy these guys are. So I hope people aren't starting to go fund me for Theo Vaughn. He's made his living 15 times over selling you other garbage. Okay? He doesn't need to do ads. He wanted to quadruple dip and do the ads and bury up to your neck in bullshit ads. Ridge Wallet. How many times did you have to hear about the Ridge Wallet? And it's not even enough. They couldn't even put 10 seconds into, getting a relationship maybe with someone they want to promote that has like a good product. Maybe you seek out a company that does something that you like. It's your vibe and then you sell it. I don't think wallets when I think of Theo Vaughn. Well, actually, I do when I think of the. Yeah, actually, now I do. Now I understand why you're selling wallets, but you wanted just like we found out with the PACs and the telemarketers from Patrick J. Prespis.
I'm a huge fan of him.
So you're like the Eternal Order of Police. Is that what they're called? The Fraternal Order of Police, using telemarketing companies to scheme money, even though you know they're stealing the money, but they're giving you 10% at the end of the day, and you don't have to do anything. So it's still a good deal for you. You know, they always ask, oh, why do the police work with telemarketing firms that scam the people and they get such a little cut at the end of the day? Well, it's either that or nothing. So they'll take the 30 grand a month from the bottom 10%. They don't give a fuck. And that's exactly what you guys have done with the ads. You wanted to invest no time or investigation. You went with the first shady company Logan Paul told you to use. And you relied on another company to do your dirty work, your dirty, disgusting, rotten ads. And guess what? Who would have thought that doing dirty, disgusting, rotten ads, you'd work with dirty, disgusting, rotten people? Who would have thought in that business? So now, you've been burglarized. Please, that money was not yours to begin with. That money should be donated to charity. Any money that's brought back, because, boy, did you waste our time. What about our time? You took that money right from our time.
And we all sat there and watched the ads because we were like, oh, we're supporting Theo.
Not us.
And now, I mean,
the
me
people.
as a fan of Theo.
Yeah, they were really supporting criminal enterprises who probably took a lot of money off the top that's going to line this.
To have the money.
Yeah, so when your fans thought they were supporting you by watching the ads or buying the Ridge wallet from the ad, their money was going to Colin, who is now your arch enemy. Well, that's cool. So you gave all your fans money to Colin, who stole it? Sweet, man. Thanks for being in charge.
Did he say the part yet about how they were trying to get them to sign on? So because podcast 1 is about to go public.
Yeah, let's see. They'll probably
talk
soon about the.
Because
and you guys support some of them, and thank you. And then it got to be where we were getting paid less of the payment we were owed. And they sell all the ads a year in advance, so you're kind of stuck into the year.
What
right?
a racket.
And the advertisers were paying Colin Thompson and Cast Media, and they weren't paying us. They would pay us a little bit, and they had a reason why. And
okay, so why didn't you dump them then?
So one of the craziest parts was there was
And by the way, there's 80 videos about how these guys are crooks, and they've been up for years. We've been screaming about it for years. So you knew they were bad, just like you know Jordan Peterson's bad, who you just had on and promoted to all these new TikTok kids. Just like you know, who else does he hang around with that's so not rotten? All your friends, all your buddies. So you hang out with these rotten people, you do rotten things, you act as crooks. And then what was my point?
I don't know. All I was going to say was that apparently the deal that he's going off about how he turned down.
Yeah.
Apparently Schaub took that deal.
Wow, let's hear that.
Saying on Reddit.
We kept asking, hey, we have to get paid, man. We have to get, and we weren't getting paid. And so finally I was able to.
Oh, yeah, that was my point. You hear all these rumors about them being crooks, and it's just like how you're friends with Logan Paul. How many times do you have to hear a story before you get why people are all saying this? Cast Media has been in the pits for at least a year. You waited till it affected your wallet, until you got involved. You heard all the horror stories. I'm sure people wrote to you about them. I mean, I've been hearing this stuff for the last 2 years. And you ignored that because it wasn't affecting you. And now that it's affecting you, Cast Media needs to be stopped, huh? You're going to be the hero, right? Are they going to donate to you for the money that's been taken?
Make a new deal and just cut ties completely. I made sure that everything, they breached our contract. And so I was able to cut ties. And then they come along, Colin Thompson comes along, and he joins, there's a new company that has a stock that's going live soon, right? Or it's coming out or something. This company called Podcast One or Live One, right? They get
another
me on a
criminal
call,
network
with, I think the guy's name Rob Ellen. Yeah, that's the guy's name, Rob Ellen. and his brother is Doug Ellen.
Doug
He's like a
Allen's brother
screenwriter, and I
involved,
think he did.
attached.
His brother was pretty successful. But they get me on a call with this guy, Rob Ellen, right? And they tell me that if you come over to our new network, over to this new network, Podcast One, that we'll pay you some of what you're owed in stock, right? But the stock hasn't gone public. So they're trying to, it felt like to me, they're trying to leverage our podcast and other podcasts to then make their stock do well. And then if that happens, then we'll get a share of our money, right? Like,
Hell yeah.
it just
play ball.
The whole thing to me felt really.
Anyways, apparently Brendan is the fighter and the kid is doing that.
Brendan and the fighter and the kid are joining the new podcast network and receiving a share.
That's what people.
While everyone else is left bankrupt. Wow. That's pretty good. Well, I'm glad this is happening to them. Let's drink. Let's celebrate. Throw on a song and let's celebrate to them. I'm so glad that they lost. And look at how ironic, huh? The evil ad money didn't work out, huh? Never seems to. I don't know why they don't learn. Just sell your friend's product. Sell your own product. Sell t-shirts. Shouldn't the merch money be enough to cover the costs of sitting at this dinky set?
Who knows?
You know, they want it all. Cheers, everybody, to them losing some money. Not me. I'm not.